Good morning, students. I, Dr. Sunil Harakannanavar, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, SG Balekundri Institute of Technology, Belagavi. Today, I am going to give a lecture on maintenance of a digital switching system of Module 5 of the subject Digital Switching Systems. Now, let us look at the syllabus of module number 5 of digital switching system, which includes maintenance of digital switching system and as well as a generic digital switching system model, where it includes introduction, how software maintenance happens at the central office, interface of typical digital switching system outage and its impact on DSS reliability, impact of software patches on digital switching system maintainability, a methodology for proper maintenance of digital switching. And again, at the other part of the module 5, which covers a generic digital switching system model. Here we are going to explain about hardware architecture, software architecture, recovery strategy, simple call through a digital system, common characteristics of digital systems, reliability and analysis. Now let us look at the introduction part of this particular module. In this chapter, we are going to study about the basic information that is needed to assess the maintainability of central office. Here what we are doing is, here we are going to study about how the actual maintenance is going to happen at the central office, which are connected directly or indirectly to the different departments. Say for example, if you take any of the institutions where the head of the institution is office, from that office again there are several branches which are connected directly or indirectly. It might be a local or it might be a remote areas, but actual maintenance is going to be happen at the central office. And this, in this module they are going to speak about how maintenance is going to be maintained and happens at the central office. When you look at the scope of this particular module, we learn the typical interfaces. I said what, like the departments were connected directly to the central office. Similarly, the interfaces connected in the sense what, interfaces, how they are going to interface. Say for example, in SGVIT, as a principal office is acts as a central office. From that, what we have some different departments and all departments were connected directly to the central office. That particular connection is going to call it as interface, how we have interfaced from the department to the central office. And the actual maintenance is going to happen at the rate of at the method of central office only. So here we are going to learn about typical interfaces that are utilized in maintaining central office, okay, both locally and as well as remotely. Okay, locally direct connections, or it might be indirect connections where it is going to be maintained at the central office. Next, central office maintenance, such as what we require from the central office, such as fault reports, software patches, and software and hardware upgrade process and firmware. So we require what? So the say for example, if I'm going to say the maintenance in central office, where the central maintenance office have the records of what, fault reports. If something goes wrong with some particular department or some particular component, then it's the detected part where it got error when the execution of that particular component, how the component has to be replaced and what error it has faced. That particular all reports has to be sent to the central office and it has to be maintained by the central office only. And similarly, software patches. Okay, and similarly what we need, even we need if I want to upgrade any software and hardware requirements of that particular system or model, so at that time what we need to upgrade all these software and as well as hardware at the central office only. Okay, by looking at this particular interfaces, we speak about the central office, how it is going to be maintained both at remotely and as well as locally, and the maintenance which includes fault reports, software patches, and upgradation of software requirements and software and hardware requirements or process and firmware. Okay. Now look at the next concept, that is software maintenance. How exactly the software maintenance is going to happen at the central office in terms of what? Two cases. One is supplier initiated software maintenance and other is software maintenance by owners. Okay. Software maintenance by site owners. Say digital switch maintainability. Digital switch maintainability can be grouped into two categories. One is supplier initiated software maintenance, which consists of a group of actions needed to upgrade a generic release of digital switch. Say, for example, we bought a product, there will be a manual, there will be a particular actions. If we follow those particular actions which were there at the manual, definitely it helps us to upgrade a system or upgrade a particular product. There is some product, if I am going to build some product, then there are some actions. According to those steps and according to those actions, we can release a particular product. And again, if I want to upgrade it, then definitely what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all the actions, whatever it might be the fundamental to the till application layer. I'm going to follow it, and definitely I'm going to I'm going to upgrade that particular digital switch. Okay. Some of examples are software corrections required to correct faults included here. Okay. So if I want to correct the software of the maintenance happened at the rate, so at that time what happens, that some correction faults will be included, and we are going to detect and as well as correct those faults which were included at the supplier initiated software maintenance. So similarly, for the next case, software maintenance by site owners, which includes routine maintenance actions must be performed. Day by day activities has to be performed with that particular module by the site owners of a switch, where it contains routine diagnostics, updation or updating of translation tables, and addition of lines and trunks to digital switch. Day-to-day activities has to be followed in this particular locations or in this particular method to be followed. For what purpose? Routine diagnostics. So how many lines are available today? If more number of subscribers are there, then I need to add lines to provide service to the subscribers. So at the same time, if only 10 members were there at that particular instant, then we need to update the translation tables. Okay, only 10 students were there at my class. Okay, if only 10 students were there in my class, then I need to update the attendance formed by the higher authority. So similarly, tomorrow again, if I have class, there might be out of 42, all 42 members might be there, and sometimes only 30 members were there. Means day-to-day activities has to be done to maintain this particular part by site owners. Okay, this is what the things what they have been specified at the software maintenance concepts. How they are going to maintenance or maintain the software in the central office. Okay, that digital switch maintainability can be grouped into two categories. One is this and other is by site owners. Okay, so any doubts in this? Any doubts? Manoj?
No, sir.
Okay. Now look at the next concept, interface of typical digital switching system central office. Okay, so interface in the sense what? So I'm going to interface one system or one model to a main model. Okay, if I interface that particular sub model to the model, and I'm going to look at the output. Okay, I'm going to check the results. So similarly, if I want to check the results, then definitely that particular model, it has to be interfaced with many departments. Say, for example, a central office is going to be there for all the systems, for all the institutions, for all the electronic systems. From that, there are many sub components are connected. Okay, that particular connections, I'm going to call it as an interface. So here in this concept, interface of typical digital switching system central office, here we are looking after only the how the central office interfaced to the different departments and how actual functions or functionality of those particular connected groups, okay, or connected different department or central other groups. So see, most of the common interface of a typical digital switching system central office is shown in figure number 1. Figure number 1. So this is what figure 5.1, which looks at the common interface of typical digital switching system central office. Now you can look out the central office, which is at the center of the this center of that particular figure, digital switching system central office. Okay, so there are different sub components or sub departments were connected directly or indirectly to the main central office. See, you can look at the central security department is connected at the left side of that particular figure screen. Billing center is there. Similarly, engineering support. Okay, there are and special translation support we have. Trunk and line assignment we have. Coin bureau, customer bureau, traffic department we have, local central office maintenance we have, switching control center we have, and similarly these additional departments also we have to provide service for the digital switching system. And digital switching system is going to have all these categories. Okay, there are some different departments like security department is there, which functions in terms of what, to provide security for the maintenance actions which is performed by the central office. Similarly, billing sector, so where the billing departments will have some laborers and some engineers where they are looking after the maintenance actions performed at the billing center. Similarly, all departments, they having a group of people, the group of members, where they are going to find out the actions or the actions are going to be done at the central office maintenance things. Okay, this is what figure point 1, the common interface of a typical digital switching system or central office. Look at this. The maintainability of a central office, where CO stands for central office, okay, depends on satisfying the needs of these and other interfaces. So the maintainability of CO depends on what? Satisfying the needs of the other sub departments and other interfaces. Okay, a group of CO is assigned to a switching control center that is designated as SCC, where SCC stands for what? Switching control center. The next level of maintenance is assigned to a ESAC, where it indicates electronic switching system assistance center in parallel with the maintenance engineers. Okay, again this also plays very important role, where it provides an assistance to the subscribers regarding the switching system, where the maintenance actions is going to have at the central office. So similarly, like ESAC organization, what it performs, what it functions, it controls generic upgrade, patching, okay, and other reports, which were it might be a trouble reports, or it might be a fault reports, or it might be a technical assistance reports. So these reports, this is what organization, and it helps us to provide such type of reports to the system. Okay, for what purpose all these reports are going to generate? To solve unusual and difficult maintenance problems. Okay, so it might be a OTRs is what? Operational troubles reports. Okay, and RTACS, that is regional assistance centers, and TACs, technical assistant centers. So it controls the programs, it controls the patching operations. Along with that, it is going to do all these assistance. One is OTRs and other is RTACs and then tax. So all these helps us to provide unusual and difficult maintenance problem to solve. Okay, there is some organization and it helps us to solve. You can look out the some social algorithm, social organizations were there at the society. Why they are formed as an organization? Because to solve some societal needs, okay, to solve some societal problems. So similarly here also ESAC organization which solves unusual and difficult maintenance problems happening at the central office. Okay, the maintenance levels vary from one company to the other, definitely, because when you look at the maintenance levels of one company is looking in some other way, and other company their perceptions are different. Both perceptions, when you look at the for company A, the maintenance issues were different, and when you look at the company B, then maintenance support is different. That's what they are saying. The maintenance levels vary from one company to the other company. The other departments interact with digital switch are like how the other departments are connected to the central office. What I said earlier, like engineering support. Okay, this is the department. Okay, this department writes the new specification of a new digital switch and engineers addition to the CO or existing CO. What it does, this department writes the new specification for a new digital switch. Okay, and similarly, the department interfaces the suppliers, engineering department, CO plan department, and traffic department. There were many departments. Again, it interfaces to the different departments, and it will functions, okay, with different departments such as CO, central office department, and as well as traffic departments. Okay, this provides the accurate engineering specification for the new digital switch installation or addition. So the installation manual or the installations, they are if I prepare or if I manufacture one product, then that within, if I want to sell that particular product, we need to provide an installation steps. Those installation procedures, steps, and background must be provided by what? Engineering support. Okay, engineering support department has to provide all the steps related to the installation of that particular product, and then it has to send through that particular manual. This particular engineering support is performing these functions and helps to upgrade the system by providing all these actions at the level. Okay, this is what engineering support does in the common interface of digital switching system central office. And next part is what? Billing center. The billing center is responsible for processing automatic message accounting or billing tapes from a COs, that is central office, to produce customer bills. So as we know that automatic message accounting is there everywhere. When you look at the mobiles or when you look at the any other communication devices, once as soon as we complete our communication between different subscribers, definitely there will be a generation of bills depending upon how actual he has talked, or how much duration he has talked with the present customers and all. That is what the department will be there, and according to that it is going to provide an automatic bill to the subscribers. And if this is the concept, and other part of that is what? Security. This department provides security services for the system to prevent unauthorized access and fraudulent translations of the telephone services. As we know that why we need security during the communication, because the third party should not theft the words or theft the informations related when other two persons are talking. So because of that, to authorize to prevent an unauthorized access of the subscribers call, they are going to make use of this particular department at the rate of to conduct. Okay, next, special translation support. This group provides support in establishing unusual translation for CO. These include the special services like complete call routing and trunk translations. Okay, we need some translation support or a special translation report engineers we require to support in establishing translation for unusual translation for central office. It might be a complete call routing procedures and as well as trunk translations, etc. So depending upon the subscribers, if we need the complete routing or the complete call routing to the subscribers to connect a call from one subscriber to the other subscribers, at that requirement we need a special translation report or translation support. Okay, and even in case of trunk translations. Okay, trunk and line assignments, the main function of this group is to assign lines and trunks to a digital switches line equipment and trunk equipment. It also maintains the database of line and trunk assignments. Okay. Okay, assignment. What in the name itself, the meaning is there, where we need to assign some lines to the subscriber to the system to communicate between the subscribers. It might be a line or it might be a trunk. Okay, so for that purpose, some inputs we need to provide. We need to give for the equipment as well as the trunk. It might be a line or trunk equipment to switch on the digital switch. Okay, it also maintains the database of line and trunk assignments. Okay, say for example your Google Classroom, it acts as a database where the DSS of 6th A, they is having 42 students. Now that particular model, it acts as what? Database, where all assignments were there. I'm going to assign assignment 1, 2, 3. You are writing some assignments and you are going to paste it there. Then the whole information is available at the database. Here also, which performs, okay, it will assign lines and trunks to a digital line equipment, and also provides what? The databases. It also maintains the databases of line and trunk assignments. Okay, next one, coin bureau. Coin telephones employ different instruments and operators. Coin equipment is maintained by the separate departments. Special coin collection signals, special line translators are also employed to solve any coin related problems. This department takes help from the SCC. Okay, SCC in the sense what? And ESAC. Okay, SCC. SCC in the sense what? Switching Control Center, and as well as Electronic Switching System Assistance Center will take care about the Coin Bureau and as well as Customer Bureau. Where Customer Bureau is what? This department is a single point of contact where we call it as SPOC. Okay, for telephone customers with requests for typical, for telephone connections, disconnections, reconnections, and telephone problems. It works with line and trunk assignment group and SCCs. Okay, customers bureau. Even this department is having one single point of contact for telephone customers for request of connections, disconnections, reconnections problems, like how we call it as, say for example, for any institutions or engineering institutions or educational institutions, there will be a single point of contact. We call it, we call that person as principal. We know that. Okay, principal sir is what? A single point of contact for the institutions. Here also, in case of customer bureau, there will be a one single point of contact where he has to provide the telephone the requests, or the customers may request for the connection, disconnections, reconnections, and some network problems or telephone problems. He can complain to the bureau. Okay, or the person who is there for the customers requests to the single point of contact. It works with line and trunk assignment group and SCCs. Okay, SCCs. Next, traffic department. Again, we have this, it plays a very important role, that is traffic department. This group model and steady telephone traffic through a digital switch. It recommends the additions and removal of trunks in a CO. This group interfaces with the engineering support group. See, we need actual department like how customer bureau and coin bureau and all other engineering supports, including bill sectors. Okay, so this is also very important, traffic department. So where it recommends the addition and removal of lines. Say for example, if only 10 users were there in the platform, then it is very easy for us to control over that, and we need only the less number of channels to communicate for the 10 members who are there at that particular form. Suppose instead of 10, if 1,000 number of subscribers were there, so at that time it is very difficult for us. So during that time, what happens? They are going to add some trunks in a CO, because due to the availability or due to the availability of many number of subscribers in that particular area, it 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 is very difficult for them to control within existing lines. So at that time, what they are doing, they are going to make use of some additional lines to provide services for the subscribers. To provide services for the subscribers. If only 10 members were there, then only one channel or two channel is enough to communicate with those 10 number of users. If 1,000 number of users were there, that is very difficult for us, because there will be a lot of difference disturbances. It might be interference between the calls, it might be a crosstalk between the calls, it might be a wrong connections, whatever it might be. But thing is what, definitely the accuracy will become down. Okay, this group interfaces with what? Engineering support group, because with the consideration of all these information, they have to prepare an installation model, and that helps us to make the model work in nature. Okay, because they have to write each and every steps. When many subscribers are there at that particular location, what the information or what the suggestions has to be followed by the product or by the customers to the product. And similarly, if many subscribers were not there, only less number of subscribers were there, what may be the advantages? So each and everything will be done at the engineering support. That is what they have grouped. The traffic department is directly interfaced with the engineering support. Okay, this is what till today we'll try to end up this. Is there any doubt with up to here? Introduction, software maintenance, and as well as interface of digital switching system central office. Is there any doubt with the till these concepts?
No, sir.
Okay. Software maintenance, okay. Interface of digital switching system. And this they may ask for examination. It is a very important questions where you can go through it. Okay. So how, so in general, so these are the departments. This is the central office we have, and how exactly they are going to interface to the central office. That is what they have explained about all these things here. And we require all these parameters, like at the customer end and as well as at the office end, billing center sector or center. Next, security, special translation, support, trunk and line assignment, coin bureau, customer bureau, and traffic department. So these are some interfaces or interfacing subcomponents directly to the central office. And there they are going to talk about maintainability, and from that maintainability, that directly depends on what and how the needs of that particular devices. Okay, needs of all these and other interfaces, depending upon the needs, it is going to maintain at the rate of central office. Okay. Okay, any doubts?
No, sir.
Manoj?
Sir.
Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, then shall I end this lecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.